The video opens with the sound of heavy, uneven breathing. The person recording, clearly in a state of panic, points the camera at a corner of the wall as if trying to capture something unusual, something that feels beyond normal. As the camera slowly moves toward the kitchen window, the faint silhouette of a small child appears, standing stiffly behind the glass, barely illuminated by the dim light. For a few seconds, neither of them moves. The room fills with a tense stillness. When the man finally gathers the courage to peek around the corner, the figure has vanished. No child, no shadow, only the creaking wood of the old house. He then steps deeper into the room, sweeping the kitchen with his camera. Suddenly, one of the cupboard doors slams shut with force, as if pushed by something unseen. Moments later, a soft whisper follows, so faint it's almost impossible to hear, making him jolt and mutter under his breath. The recording cuts off, leaving viewers wondering whether he captured a true ghostly presence, or something far more terrifying. A woman named Hannah shared that the college where her mother works is believed to be filled with paranormal disturbances. Her mother often arrives very early in the morning, and whenever she's alone, strange occurrences always seem to happen. She has heard a faint whisper calling her name when no one was there, and has seen doors suddenly lock and unlock on their own. Several of her co-workers have experienced similar events, but none had ever managed to record them, until one day, a janitor pulled out his phone and captured this shocking moment. After hearing a strange noise coming from a nearby room, he stepped inside while recording. As his camera scanned every corner, a baby doll suddenly moved as if it were alive. The movement was almost impossible to explain. He was standing well away from the doll, and nothing appeared to be touching it. The doll suddenly jerked to the right, sending the janitor bolting out of the room in pure panic. And honestly, moments like this are exactly why dolls remain some of the creepiest objects in any haunting story. A paranormal investigator named Jake decides to explore a museum known for its intense supernatural activity. The footage he captures inside is genuinely chilling. See for yourself what he discovered.
Haunted museum, guys. Here's Sully the dog. The goat. Look at that face, bro. Sully, speak! All right. This is where the Shadow Man was caught on camera, guys. This is a county museum. And we've heard all kinds of things in here. Footsteps, doors slamming. Oh my god. Creepy ass mannequins, dude. Hello? Okay. Guys, we've seen so many ghosts here. My dad actually captured a ghost on camera. We're gonna go into that room right now. We've seen the Shadow Man here. That's what he caught. You know what? I'll put the clip at the end of this video, so watch the end and you guys will see the clip of the Shadow Man. I swear I just saw movement in the mirror, dude. Did anybody else see that? Back here is where the Shadow Man was captured, guys. It was caught right here walking up these stairs. Anybody? What was that? Okay, screw this. Here's the footage of the Shadow Man, guys. And if you're still watching, hit that follow button and click on the live stream because I am probably live right now.
Jake, who's no stranger to haunted locations, even admitted that this museum carried a completely different kind of energy. Heavier, more oppressive, as if something was lurking behind every corner. And honestly, that isn't all that surprising. Museums are often believed to be places filled with spiritual residue. They're home to historical objects, artifacts once touched by people long gone, some connected to wars, ancient rituals, or tragic events. Many ghost hunters believe that items like these can hold emotional remnants, echoes of past moments replaying over and over again. Others think spirits can cling to objects they once loved, or objects tied to their suffering, especially if those belongings were stolen, neglected, or disturbed. So, was Jake sensing one of these restless spirits? Or did he encounter something far darker? Until someone else experiences the same thing inside this museum, whatever he captured will remain a haunting, unsettling mystery. This terrifying footage was recorded by a paranormal investigator named Nikolai as he explored an old abandoned house known for its heavy, eerie atmosphere. While he was walking through the place, something completely unexpected suddenly stopped him in his tracks. See for yourself what happened.
So this is creepy. We're here breaking down the haunted house for the season, and just casually was walking over here. Just noticed that there's something about a cone.
Do you want to play with me and all my friends? Come out, wherever you are.
This was not in the corn maze. This was not in the house.
Why do you look so scared? Everyone in the graveyard just wants to be friends.
No idea where this came from, and it's powered up.
I love the cemetery, especially at midnight, when it's colder, when the other children are long asleep, and the dead awaken.
Yeah,
Do you
that's...
want to play with me and all my friends? Come out, wherever you are.
That's gonna stay there. That's, yeah. That's gonna stay there. I don't know where it came from. And yeah, this is the life of working at a haunted house.
The doll's expression, combined with the strange words that suddenly came out of it, was enough to send chills down anyone's spine. Its cold voice, its unnatural movements. None of it felt like a simple toy playing a pre-recorded line. It was as if something unseen was trying to communicate through the doll. Some viewers even claimed the doll seemed aware of Nikolai's presence, reacting to him like a living being. Even more disturbing, it didn't seem finished. It kept slowly tilting its head in small, deliberate motions, as if it still had more dark messages to deliver. Messages Nikolai definitely didn't want to hear. Shaking, Nikolai backed out of the house. He mentioned he might return someday to continue his investigation. But after witnessing that level of paranormal activity, he could only hope that if he ever does go back, the doll won't be there waiting for him, in the dark. Two paranormal investigators, Elliot and Joe from the Ghost Theory YouTube channel, had been captivated by one mysterious location that lingered in their minds for 6 years. When the cottage finally went up for sale, they realized this was their last chance to see it from the inside before someone else took ownership. The old building stood silent and intimidating in the middle of a remote area, surrounded by empty fields and the biting night wind. On a particularly windy evening, they drove 3 hours without hesitation, stepping onto the property with burning curiosity and unshakable determination.
I'm going to have a look around here, because I haven't actually had a look in this yet. And I've noticed it when we just come down now to get started, that there is a room here, so... Ooh!
Oh, that is windy,
Ooh.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, wind is supposed to be a good conductor for paranormal activity.
It's very good for paranormal activity.
And it's also good for sounds.
Yeah, just don't tell anyone it's windy.
Yeah. Did you see that?
No? Is there a spirit here that can make this curtain move?
Oh dear.
Their light-hearted banter quickly faded when the atmosphere inside the cottage suddenly shifted. As they made their way upstairs, they began setting up their paranormal equipment in each room. But just as the investigation truly began, an unexpected sound suddenly broke the silence.
Obviously, start off by just listening for a bit, because then we can determine what's wind and what's not. We have actually put a little wedge or something in the window over there to stop it from rattling so much for noise pollution. So
Literally, as you mentioned,
literally
glass.
Yeah. Good start.
Oh, this is the problem, isn't it? Because they're going to get jumpy now.
As they stood upstairs, the gusts of wind outside suddenly grew even wilder, causing the window to shake violently. They moved closer to try and steady it, but the next sound that echoed through the room instantly made both of them freeze in place.
We're going to have to do something about that window.
That'll stop it, won't it?
That's not wind, is it, surely?
No.
Are we both assuming that was in this room?
Yeah.
I mean, again, it is windy. That was
quite
proper footsteps.
prominent, wasn't it? It was very quick.
It doesn't sound like... Oh, it does, actually. It's hollow.
I thought it came out.
I know, that's what I think. It almost sounded like it was at the top of the stairs. I was wondering if it was in this room.
As their attention was fixed on the window, a sudden thud of heavy footsteps echoed behind them, a sound that couldn't possibly be blamed on the wind. Elliot tried reaching out, asking if any entity in the house could make a noise, but the response they received was far more shocking than anything they could have imagined.
I need to get out of here.
It's quite suffocating in there.
Yeah, I don't like that room at all.
Can you copy me? Oh, no.
Why can't I hear talking now?
I can hear talking.
I swear I just heard people like whispering and
Right
shit.
outside, yeah.
Yeah. But no, you couldn't do.
There was.
Yeah, but it can't be actual people because you'd know someone was here. You couldn't walk up here with no torches. You wouldn't drive here with no lights. I was like,
I definitely heard that.
Yeah.
I promise you.
2 knocks, exactly as you did,
Yeah.
and then someone talking, like whispering in the corner. You wouldn't even hear, if someone was talking outside, you wouldn't bloody hear them in there, surely.
They paused for a moment, listening as closely as they could, trying to distinguish the sounds of the wind from something that might be coming from an unseen presence. But what happened next made it clear that not every noise they heard that night could be blamed on the weather.
Yeah, that. But it's when it's...
That's in here. That's 100% in here.
It's when the wind's less. I need to stop that window from doing that. It's making it really difficult.
Can't. Hang on. I'll put my red light on. What's on here?
Why is it every time we try and stop the window, something happens?
That's got to
It's
be.
just the door, yeah. Fuck's sake. Sound like it's outside. I'm tripping out in this place.
A few moments later, a loud bang erupted from downstairs, as if something was deliberately trying to scare them. The 2 investigators then switched to the SD method in hopes of establishing clearer communication. During the session, Elliot began saying random words that didn't seem to connect to anything. At least, not yet.
So, if there is a spirit or anyone in this building, we're wondering if you're able to use this device just down here that Elliot is using. Maybe you could speak through it somehow. I'm going to ask some questions and maybe you could give your responses through that device. We're not sure how it works, but it has been potentially proven to work. But we would like some actual proof. So, first of all, can you just tell us your name? Can you speak through this device and tell us your name? I'm actually going to go through here a bit, so just to make sure he definitely can't hear me. But I obviously need to be able to hear him. If you were the person walking around in this room that I'm in, can you tell us your name through the device that Elliot is holding?
At the bottom. This is disgusting. It's important.
Yeah, let's get the shit out of me. Is that door just closed again if that door is not closed?
Around you.
What in the absolute caused that? I'm actually shaking. Nothing has closed.
A second loud crash shook the entire cottage, jolting Joe as the walls trembled around him. Even after thoroughly checking the downstairs area, he couldn't find anything that could have made a noise that intense. They decided to continue with the Esty method, while Elliot kept repeating strange, seemingly unrelated words. But later, when Joe reviewed the footage, he discovered something that left him truly unsettled.
We hear something, generally it always seems like it's in the other bedroom.
Yes.
I'll stay here. I won't...
On your arm. Arm.
Is that the third time now? You've said something...
Picture.
You said something about an arm 3 times. Does something happen to your arm? We carried on the Estes method for a little while longer and didn't really get any more responses that made any more sense. But then there's something that I realised during the edit that could have made a lot more sense, and I wish we had known at the time, is that we got the answers dead, tree, and noose.
Noose. Death. Tree.
But also talking about my arm. Now, on my arm, I have a tattoo of the Grim Reaper hanging from a tree by a noose. So having those words so specific and also pointing at my arm, maybe they were interested in something that was going on with that tattoo. Maybe they liked the tattoo, I'm not 100% certain. It's obviously very, very, very frustrating that we didn't make these connections at the time and only figured out afterwards, because we could have just carried on and we could have done some more investigating to figure out exactly whether they were talking about my tattoo or whether it was just an insane coincidence.
After rewatching the footage, Joe noticed something that sent chills down his spine. The words dead, tree, and noose were spoken clearly during the session, and Joe just so happens to have a tattoo on his arm of the Grim Reaper hanging from a tree with a noose. The fact that Elliot repeated words directly related to that tattoo, even pointing toward Joe's arm, made the coincidence feel disturbingly exact, almost as if a spirit or entity was genuinely trying to communicate with him. A man had been repeatedly reporting strange paranormal activity in his home, convinced that the place was truly haunted. Finally, he managed to capture something that might serve as proof. For months, he had informed his landlord about the bizarre occurrences, but no one believed him. No photos, no recordings, just his own claims. Everything changed one night when he woke to a strange noise coming from outside. His first thought, the spirit was back. This time, he grabbed his phone, determined to record any possible supernatural presence, and stepped outside to investigate. See for yourself.
Oh mùi ơi cái gì mất từng tay con chị tiêu lên. Oh mùi ơi wow mùi lô ta lên bị cái tụi này nè.
As soon as he finished recording, he immediately sent the video to the landlord, hoping it would serve as concrete proof that something was wrong. He also shared it with a few friends, and it didn't take long before the clip spread online for everyone to watch. The reactions were mixed. Some people joked that maybe the ghost was just trying to help, but others interpreted it as something far more sinister. Perhaps a former tenant had once lived and died in the house, and what was captured wasn't just a haunting, but a trapped spirit, endlessly replaying moments from its past life. If that's true, the nighttime disturbances might not be a ghost trying to scare him, but an echo of someone who isn't even aware they've passed on. Hopefully this time, the landlord finally realizes that what he witnessed wasn't just his imagination. Living alongside a paranormal presence in your own home sounds like something straight out of a horror movie. But for Tristan, it's his daily reality. For years, his routine has been turned into non-stop terror as an unseen force continues to disrupt his life. He's been sharing these terrifying experiences on TikTok, capturing every moment of the supernatural activity. Sadly, the disturbances show no signs of letting up. Tristan began recording after hearing a strange noise and immediately caught the hallway door slowly opening on its own. Moments later, with growing fear, he watched as his bedroom door started closing by itself, as if pushed by an unseen hand. He paused recording for several months, hoping the disturbances would calm down. But instead of subsiding, the paranormal activity only grew stronger and more uncontrollable. From the footage he captured, the spirit in his house doesn't seem aggressive. It almost feels like it's desperately trying to get Tristan's attention. Judging by the way objects suddenly fall to the floor, it's clear that the haunting has successfully made its presence known in a way that can't be ignored. A woman was enjoying a quiet evening at home when the atmosphere suddenly changed. Her dog, who had been relaxing beside her, stiffened up, letting out a low growl while staring straight into the dark hallway. Many believe that animals can sense things humans can't, and that night, the dog seemed to be watching something hiding in the shadows. Confused, the woman tried to figure out what her pet was seeing, but her eyes couldn't catch anything. Still, her dog's reaction was so unsettling that she quickly grabbed her phone and started recording, afraid that something might actually be there.
He just keeps staring down the hall like he sees someone. What was that?
Suddenly, something moved. A dark silhouette slowly drifted across the hallway. What gave her chills was that the figure wasn't visible to her eyes at all. It only appeared through the camera screen. But her dog's fear was undeniably real. Whatever mysterious presence the animal sensed, the recording managed to capture it too.
What was that?
Animals often pick up on things long before humans ever notice them. In the weeks leading up to the incident, the house had already been showing small signs that something wasn't right. The bedroom light would suddenly flicker for no reason. Toys that were usually neatly arranged ended up scattered everywhere, and faint footsteps could be heard in the upstairs hallway. At first, the family tried to blame it on electrical issues or noises from an old house, but their dog's behavior made everything feel even more unsettling. The dog started sleeping at the bottom of the stairs, refused to walk down a certain hallway once it got dark, and even woke the entire household one night by growling at an empty corner for almost 5 minutes. And then, on the day Kevin was home alone, something happened. Watch closely.
What do you hear, buddy?
Some viewers tried slowing down the video and increasing the brightness. They claimed they could see a faint shadow gliding along the wall, right where the dog had been staring from the beginning. Meanwhile, others believe it was nothing more than lighting effects or camera quality. But the dog's intense reaction, both before and after the footage, makes the possibility of something paranormal hard to dismiss. So, what exactly is happening inside this house? If you were in their position and had to take action to remove whatever might be lingering there, what would you do first? Perform a cleansing ritual, say protective prayers, bring in a medium, run a full home inspection? Or would you choose to leave for your own safety? Share your thoughts in the comments. This time, a chilling recording shows a woman sleeping peacefully in her bedroom. Everything seems normal at first, quiet and calm. But before long, something strange suddenly disrupts the silence of the night. The blanket covering the woman suddenly shifts, as if something invisible is slowly pulling it away. According to the owner of the video, there was absolutely no one else in the room with her. This strange movement immediately sparked all kinds of theories, from the possibility of a supernatural presence to something far beyond logical explanation. Is this just a camera trick, a staged setup, or could it actually be real footage of something we can't explain? What do you think?